may be seated. Good morning, friends and family. My name is Samuel Skank. I am the president of the class of 2019. Leading as student council president has given me many incredible opportunities. So I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to this year's graduation ceremony. Graduation is a commemorable and monumental occasion in all of our lives. It's a milestone of the growth that has been instilled in us throughout these past 12 years. These experiences of development have shaped and formed us into the individuals we are in this moment. We've discovered our purpose, our place, and our future. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us." We should celebrate how far we've come and patiently await the opportunities that we will encounter. But most importantly, we should recognize and cherish what we harness inside of ourselves. This ceremony is being held to honor every achievement you've had, your academic success, your perseverance, your character, and most importantly, your hard work. In order for us to truly express the honor we deserve, we must thank those who have guided us along the way. To the ones who've raised us, for always being there to encourage, nurture, and believe in us. Our parents sacrifice so much in order for us to succeed. They show us unconditional love and support and remind us of our ability to develop character. Our guardians have been with us from the beginning and will be with us until the end. We also thank our friends who never fail to lift our spirits. Many of us have been together for numerous years and have forged unforgettable relationships. Our friends have been alongside us throughout this difficult and beautiful journey. It will be hard when we no longer see each other every day, but even when we head our separate ways, we will always have each other in our hearts and our memories. Of course, we can't forget to thank the teachers, administrators, and staff. You pour your souls into the enlightenment of our minds. The curriculum and lessons you are required to teach are a minuscule aspect in the development of each and every one of these students. There is no syllabus explaining that you must love your students, that you are required to listen to your students when they're having a bad day, or even to develop friendships with your students, yet you do. For this, we are thankful and acknowledge the dedication you have to your job. Most importantly, we thank the Lord for keeping His hand on our lives. He's been with us through our greatest moments, but He will also be there in the hardships. Our class has seen incredible blessings and accomplishments, but we've also experienced times of loss. There are two students who weren't given the opportunity to make it to graduation today, Chloe McFarland and Lisa Irvin. They may not physically be here with us, but they will still be graduating with us in spirit. At this time, I would like to take a moment of silence to honor these two individuals. We can't take these moments we've experienced for granted. We must be thankful for the way we've unified and grown together as a class. This growth has prepared us to face whatever steps we'll be taking after graduation. As we head our separate ways, I pray we will never forget our roots, we'll thoroughly enjoy today, and we will thrive in our future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2019. Now, I would like to call the senior choraleers and the ASL seniors forward. Would everyone please stand while we honor the colors of the United States? Please remain standing. Now, Mrs. Libby Wolf, our choir director, and the Choraleers will sing the national anthem, accompanied by our seniors who participated in the American Sign Language class.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Now, please help me welcome our Superintendent of the Edgewood City School District, Mr. Russ Fussnecker.
Thank you, Samuel. Welcome, everyone, to Millett Hall for the 2019 graduation commencement ceremony. On behalf of the staff, students, and Board of Education, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2019. I want you to take the next hour and a half to forget about the mad rush to get here this morning. Forget about the problems of life and look around at the people who have gathered here today to share this special moment together. If you're a parent or a grandparent of one of these seniors, enjoy this moment. Take this moment in. For everyone here, it's okay to laugh today. It's okay to cry today. It's okay to reflect on all the memories leading up to this very special day. It is not a time to question if you did enough. It's not a time to question if you were there enough. It's not a time to question if you supported these graduates enough. If they are sitting here today, getting ready to cross this stage and transition into a different phase of life, then yes, you did do enough. You were there enough. You were good enough. Because you did the best that you could do with what you had. And that's all that we could ever expect from anyone, is to do the best we can with what tools and resources that we're given in life. Seniors, today is your day that we celebrate what you have accomplished in this small chapter of your lives. Use this opportunity to learn something very valuable in life. And that is to take the time to celebrate and recognize people who love and care about you enough in order to make these special moments possible. Always remember, seniors, be humble. Be humble in everything that you do and everything you accomplish. And thank those people who support you, who provide opportunities for you, and who will always be there for you in the good times and in your bad times. We're going to start doing this right now. All of you will enjoy this because it'll give you a time to set up a little bit and relax a little bit before we do this next hour and a half of celebrating. If you are a grandparent of one of our graduates, I want you to stand so we can show our appreciation to you. Thank you for all that you have done in the lives of our graduates. We know without you, a lot of this would not be possible. Now, if you are a parent, a step-parent, or a guardian of one of these graduates, would you please stand so we can show our appreciation for you? Thank you. If you are a current or retired employee of the Edgewood City School District, would you please stand at this time so we can recognize you? We all have one thing in common, and that is that we all enjoy the freedoms of living in this great country. As the son of a disabled, 100% disabled Vietnam veteran, I am well aware of the sacrifices that are made every day throughout this world so that we can enjoy moments like this. And on this special Memorial Day weekend, I would like for all the men and women who have served or currently serving our country in the military, would you please stand? We are forever indebted to you, and we thank you for your service. Seniors, we pray for your safety and guidance and look forward to hearing about the great things that you will do as you make this world a better place to live. Now I'd like to invite Rebecca Vogel to the stage for student reflection.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you. Thank you for carrying the class of 2019 the way you have. Through the trials and the changes, our graduating class has been in your hands, and we could not be more thankful. Our paths have not been easy or similar in any way, shape, or form. But you have given us the ability to love one another and support each other through it all. The memories and relationships we have made have helped us grow. We have lost a lot along the way, including beloved teachers and classmates. But through it all, we were blessed enough to find ourselves. Lord, I pray today that your hand remains on us, as we depart from our high school experience and in turn pursue our true passion in the world. You've given us drive and many successes throughout our high school career and used our trials to prepare us for the future. As we depart from this building as the graduating class of 2019, I pray you give us strength and humility to embody the characteristics we have learned from being an Edgewood Cougar, such as bravery, honesty, and kindness, and to teach others from the lessons we have learned. Thank you for giving us the ability to leave such a legacy in Edgewood's halls. I pray that you will have your hand on all who walk through the doors next year and help them find their true passions, just like you have allowed us to. Help us stay true to our dreams, to use our gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and love. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Next, I would like to introduce you to our building principal, Mr. Doug Gagan.
Good morning and welcome. My name is Doug Gagan. I'm the building principal at Edgewood High School. On behalf of the Edgewood City Schools, welcome to the 2019 Edgewood High School Commencement Ceremony. I would also like to acknowledge Mrs. Jackie Miller-Wilkie. She is our Edgewood High School American Sign Language teacher. She is standing in the front of the stage and is signing the graduation ceremony. Thank you, Mrs. Wilkie. Next, I would like to acknowledge our special guests sitting on the stage today. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until I call all of their names. To my right, Mr. Russ Fussnicker, Superintendent, Edgewood City Schools. Mr. Gary Gabbard, Board President, Edgewood City Schools. Mr. Jim Wortley, Board Vice President, Edgewood City Schools. Mrs. Amy Ashcraft, Board Member, Edgewood City Schools. Mrs. Beth Benjamin, Board Member, Edgewood City Schools. Mr. Randy Stiver, Treasurer, Edgewood City Schools. Mr. Tom York, Board Member, Edgewood City Schools. Mrs. Pam Thor, Coordinator of Teaching and Learning. Mrs. Alicia Beckett, Director of Human Resources. Mr. Scott Fussnicker, Director of Curriculum. To my left, Miss Nicole Shanky, guest speaker and alumna at Edgewood High School, class of 2008. Mrs. Jackie Creekbaum, teacher at Edgewood Middle School and guest of Miss Nicole Shanky. Mr. John Thomas, Director of Business Operations. Mr. Greg Brown, Athletic Director. Mrs. Lindsay White, Coordinator of Special Services. Mrs. Lori Lyman, Assistant Principal at Edgewood High School. Mr. John Caesar, Virtual Academy Director. And Mr. Alex Ehlers, Assistant Principal at Edgewood High School. Thank you. You may be seated. All right. Good morning, students, parents, families, community members, and honored guests. Students, look around this hall. All of these people have had a direct impact on your life and helped you get to this point. I want you to stand up right now, and I want you to give the loudest cheer for all your family members and honored guests that are here. So seniors, stand up and give them a cheer. All right, you may be seated. Thank you. Seniors, I had a goal to start the year by meeting you individually. It was incredible to hear about your passion for Edgewood High School, to know how you've overcome obstacles, and your zeal for the future. Watching you grow and become the class of 2019 for the past 2 years has been one of my highlights since I've been at Edgewood. I've watched you cheer at football games, dance and sing on Fridays in between bells, celebrate at the senior carnival, and get pelted with color at the color rush. In the classroom, you've strived for academic excellence. Many of you went above and beyond and earned college credit for taking AP or college credit courses. Some of you will graduate high school with enough credits to start college as a sophomore or a junior. Others of you have worked so hard to earn that last credit to graduate. We acknowledge the obstacles you have overcome and your dedication that has brought you to this point today. Outside the classroom, the Poiriers made memories of dancing and singing from competition to competition. The band received their first superior rating at state. In athletics, you had a multitude of success. And even when things got tough, your fortitude as a team was always evident. Some of you have shown your dedication to our country by enlisting in the Army, Navy, National Guard, or Air Force. In this, we thank you. All of you have had an impact on Edgewood High School, our community, and beyond by your service and your academic excellence. With all of this, I say well done. Well done in being outstanding leaders at Edgewood High School. Well done in accepting the call to serve our country. And well done in helping our community. This morning, we get the opportunity to honor you. Take this time and think about all the great things that have happened to you at Edgewood High School. And continue to press on leading and serving at your university, your workplace, or your military base. As you prepare to walk on the stage and accept your diploma, I leave you with these words of wisdom from the screenwriter Nora Ephron. She said, "Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead." Class of 2019, I want you to dream. I want you to think of graduation from Edgewood High School as that dress rehearsal. I want you to start living this thing called life. Have big dreams for your future life, for your future education, and your future career. Take all the experiences that have shaped you to be the person you are today and use that to help form the vision for your future. Congratulations, and live big dreams and even bigger accomplishments. Now we would like to take this time to recognize some of our students for their dedication, commitment, and service to Edgewood City School District. First, our junior marshals. A junior marshal is an honor bestowed on the top academic students in the junior class. We appreciate their service in the graduation ceremony this morning. I would like all junior marshals to stand and remain standing as I call your name. Madeline Ames, Jeffrey Baker, Olivia Braunwart, Lauren Butts, Elizabeth Conrad, Jenna Fry, Gracie Henderson, Brooklyn Manning, Samantha Roy, Olivia Smith, Faith Witt, and Tyler Weisler. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we'd like to recognize the senior class officers. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Samuel Skank, Class President. Hannah Manuel, Vice President. Ashley Taylor, Secretary. Andrew Weaver, Treasurer. Thank you. You may be seated. Now we will recognize students who are wearing cords and stoles today. These students are wearing cords or stoles to represent their service to a particular high school-sponsored club or group. Please stand when your club or group is recognized. Remain standing as each of these groups are announced. Student council members, please stand. These students are wearing silver cords. Will the members of the Edgewood chapter of the National Honor Society please stand? These students are wearing gold cords. The National Technical Honor Society members are wearing purple stoles. Will these students please stand? The blue and gold cords represent the members of the Future Farmers of America. If you are wearing a blue and gold cord, please stand. The royal blue and white stole represents those who serve as chapter officers in our DECA Club. The royal blue and white cord is worn by students who are DECA state qualifiers. If you are wearing a royal blue and white stole or cord, please stand. Students wearing a red cord have donated blood at our high school blood drives. If you are wearing a red cord, please stand. Family, career, and community leaders of America members are wearing a red and white cord. Will these students please stand? Students who are wearing blue and white cords have earned both the Edgewood High School diploma and the State of Ohio Honors Diploma. Students who are wearing both the blue and white double cords, please stand. Students who are wearing a white cord have earned the Edgewood High School Honors Diploma or the State of Ohio Honors Diploma. If you are wearing a white cord, please stand. The next group of students we'd like to recognize are those who have chosen to serve in the military. They will serve in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, or National Guard. They are wearing a red, white, and blue cord. Please stand so that we can honor you. Finally, we'd like to recognize our seniors who are scholarship recipients. We are proud to announce that the class of 2019 combined has earned a total of $1.4 million in scholarships and grants. If you earned a scholarship from a local community, technical college, or university, please stand. Everybody may now be seated. I would like to now recognize our valedictorian and salutatorian. To represent their achievement, they are wearing silver stoles. Would Christian Pirzada and Zoe Howard please stand? Both of these students have worked hard for 4 years to reach their goals of being valedictorian and salutatorian. I will start off by introducing your class 2019 valedictorian, Christian Pirzada. Okay. Christian is here with his mother, Sharon Niehaus. He has a weighted GPA of a 5.811. Yeah. He plans to attend Carleton College in Minnesota, majoring in computer science and minoring in mathematics. Please give Christian another round of applause. Now I'd like to introduce your class of 2019 salutatorian, Miss Zoe Howard. Zoe's parents are Ron and Cindy Howard. Zoe has a GPA of a 5.501. She plans on attending the University of Cincinnati, studying neuroscience. Please give Zoe a round of applause for being our salutatorian. At this time, I'm going to announce the 2 Principal Award winners for the class of 2019. The award is given to students who truly go above and beyond in Edgewood High School. They represent the whole person and our core values, which are kindness, accepting, bravery, determined, and honesty. The first award winner goes to Mr. Samuel Skank. Samuel's parents are here today. They're David and Lori Skank. Samuel has a GPA of a 4.623. He plans on attending Cedarville University and majoring in nursing and minoring in biblical studies. Please give Samuel a round of applause. The second principal award goes to Miss Natalie Watson. Natalie, please come forward. Natalie's parents are Rick Watson and Christy Hardings. Natalie has a GPA of a 4.196. She plans on attending Wright State University. Please give Natalie a round of applause. Our first student speaker this morning will be our class salutatorian, Miss Zoe Howard. Zoe, please join me back on the stage. You're gonna do awesome.
Thank you. So right off the bat, I would like to thank some special people for making the events that are about to unfold today possible. Thank you to my family, friends, educators, the school staff, and my dog for having my back and encouraging me to keep going. I wanted to utilize this incredible opportunity rewarded to me today to serve some sort of good. I don't want to simply reminisce about the past 4 years. I want to relay a message that helped me and could perhaps help you guys, from my peers to our family and friends in the crowd. During my junior year, I was stressing out about my performance in a class when my teacher asked to speak with me, as if I wasn't already panicking enough. He listened to my worries and asked me what the end goal was. I replied with my hopes to pass the AP exam in the following May. Shaking his head, he said, "No, I mean the end goal of your life." And I thought for a moment, eventually muttering, "To be happy, I guess?" This man grinned and requested that if I figure out how to achieve everlasting happiness, to let him know, claiming that he has yet to meet a single person who lives a continuous and genuinely happy life. At first, I thought his message was rather bleak, and I asked if he was happy. He said that of course he had moments of happiness, but he would say he's more accurately content with his life, and that he wouldn't change a thing. This conversation echoed in my mind for a year now as I've tried to crack the code on what to look for in life if happiness isn't the goal. And I think I've finally figured it out. I realized that if you try to chase for happiness in the results of what you do, you'll be running until you reach the grave. In countless studies on the human condition, the happiness we think of has been defined as a state of comfort or ease, temporary, and when compared to the amount of time and energy exhausted into achieving it, rather brief. As I said, this breed of happiness is found within results, material things too. Consider the plethora of rich and famous celebrities who have what you might view as everything that are miserable with their lives. In my own personal experience, I spent so much time obsessing over letter grades and GPA, and while yes, that has earned me the spotlight right now, and my success has in fact made me feel happy and somewhat proud, I can't say with confidence that it was the best use of my time. In fact, chasing what I thought would make me happy effectively made me a little miserable and stressed, and I assume that I'm not the only one that's been in this boat before. And this wasn't because I took too many AP classes or that I lacked moments of happiness. It was because of a lack of a meaningful use of energy. Meaning in the sense of belonging, developing the best within you, and serving beyond yourself. You see, happiness isn't universal, and there's no one fix or source to achieve it. Addiction is a prime example. Whether it be chemical, physical, or whatever in nature, relying on a specific stimulus to experience a synthetic and momentary feeling that you're alive is addiction. In my personal opinion, that's not how I would want to summarize the highlights of my life. But, and albeit a painstaking process at times, you can live a better life in lieu of such stimuli. For instance, a certain someone that I admire who chose to pursue music because of love and passion, not because of potential fame and fortune. You find true happiness through doing, not through the results of what you do. Knowing this, I started doing what I could to live in a more meaningful manner, and I encourage you all to do the same. It's a rough transition that certainly won't happen overnight, but regardless of where you are in life, who you are, how many years you have under your belt, I implore you to do the same. Invest in the relationships with people who value you on the basis of love and not superficial things, like what you believe, your opinion on certain individuals, political stances, or what have you. And keep these people near and dear to your heart. Treat them like gold. Find something meaningful to do with your life, something you love without disregarding responsibility, and stick with it. And be sure to search for something specifically meaningful to you, not something as vague and arbitrary as what we might think would give us happiness. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. Now I would like the senior band members to join concert band in the back. At this time, we'd like to celebrate our Edgewood High School Band. Mr. John Arnold, the band director, and the Edgewood High School Band will now play Bohemian Rhapsody. Our next student speaker is Christian Pirzada, the senior class valedictorian. Christian, please join me on stage.
Welcome. Now, if I may real quick, I'd like to take a picture of this moment. Everyone want to get in here? All right, it's on my story now if you want to see it. All right, so greetings, Edgewood. We're gathered here today in this hall for a graduation, a celebration of ourselves to wrap up our high school years. But how many of us have thought about what we're actually celebrating today? After graduation, what do I have after I go home, take off this dress, put my diploma on my shelf, and sit down in front of my desk like I do almost every day? What's left when the tie comes off, the applause ends, and the ceremony comes to a close? What have we even accomplished? If this whole ceremony is just for the diploma, then when I go home, it'll be like the week after Christmas, where the excitement from getting your new presents has faded, and all that remains is a bitter January and a mess of wrapping paper. So Edgewood, tell me, what are we really celebrating today? What have we accomplished that warrants meeting together in this hall? I wish I knew the best answer to this question, but I know that for myself, I want to celebrate my successes that are enduring and inseparable from my life. That diploma is just going on my shelf, and it won't have nearly the same value after I get a degree from college and then hopefully a successful career from that point forward. But we all have achieved something that really does have value and should be cherished by us. Edgewood, I believe that my greatest achievements are the bonds that I have formed with you and the rest of my peers, the friends and allies who have really made this whole thing possible. When I'm a senile old man, I beg to God that the only thing I can remember from high school are my friends and the memories I've built of them. It really can't be said enough that the only way to find happiness in life is through the bonds you form with friends. And I'd truly be nothing without those friends who have granted me theirs. Some of you have truly made bonds of steel with me and with each other, and that steel is what pulls us forward despite all adversity. Rain falls on all of us, just and unjust alike, and we all need something to hold on to so we aren't swept away by the storm. So I think we can all agree that achievement and success are absolutely meaningless in the absence of friends. After all, who can really have a party with themselves? What would this graduation be if I stood here before an empty hall? As I celebrate this graduation with you, it won't be in remembrance of all those nights I've spent writing scholarships, submitting college applications, and again, just sitting in front of my desk like I do almost every night. I'll be remembering the friends who I'd celebrate with as I accomplish these things. For example, last November, I spent a lot of time writing essays for my Questbridge scholarship. But I want my memory of that November of high school to be how right before every milestone in my application, I would gather with my friends to celebrate with laughs and banter and Jersey cream soda. Of all that changed when we began our senior year, what changed for me the most was just how truly lonely I felt at times and how those priceless moments with friends would become ever more sparse as we reached the end. This is a common experience for those who have attended graduation before, and especially you at this very moment, class of 2019. But every year at graduation, we are forced to say goodbye to amazing and beloved people. Many of my dearest friends came from the class of last year and the years before theirs, and every year I would watch as these people go away. It hurt to know that I would have to finish high school sequestered away from the people who have guided me to this point in time. And I have accomplished a lot of things this past year. We've all accomplished a great number of great things, but none of that has any value when you're the only guy at the party. Class of 2019, when I go home from graduation, what I'll have is this memory of our final celebration, the last mile of the mountain before we reach the summit and find a new mountain for ourselves to climb. I want you to remember the nights with your friends, the adventures we'd embark on, our discoveries of ourselves in the world, and the battles we have fought together. We are all warriors, and this is our last banquet together in the Viking Hall before we embark for Valhalla. So Edgewood, when we leave this hall and say our last farewells to peers and teachers, and if you're leaving town, then your families in this whole community, I'm heading off to the great state of Minnesota, where I'll be 695 miles away from here. So for those I won't see again, farewell, I wish you luck. But for those that I've truly made a bond with over these past years, I salute you. I keep a special place for you in my heart, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Christian. The Edgewood Choraleers, directed by Miss Libby Wolf, will now perform Ocean and Stars. Our next speaker is a very special guest. She is a former alumna of Edgewood High School. Nicole Shanke graduated in 2008 as her class valedictorian. After high school, Nicole graduated from Huntington University in Indiana, where she received her Bachelor of Science degree with a major in biology and minors in chemistry and environmental science. In the pursuit of studying marine science, she was involved in the Pacific Rim Institute for Environmental Stewardship in Coopville, Washington, and the Forfar Field Station on Andros Island in the Bahamas. Nicole obtained her master's degree in marine biology at the College of Charleston, studying phytoplankton ecology. Nicole is currently a microbiologist at the College of Charleston. She's been part of numerous research excursions that has taken her all over the world. Nicole is excited to return to her alma mater as the 2019 commencement speaker. It is my pleasure to invite Ms. Nicole Shanke to the stage. Nicole, we are so honored that you are here to celebrate with the class of 2019 in our Edgewood community. As a token of our appreciation and a way to honor your outstanding work and accomplishment as a Cougar, we'd like to present you with this award.
Wow. What an honor it is to be speaking to another class of Edgewood graduates. 11 years ago, I encouraged my fellow graduates to strive for greatness, and I am excited to encourage you today as well. I would like to thank the board members, administrators, faculty, and staff for giving me this opportunity. These men and women give their hearts to their students every day, and I know they are all so proud of you. As you finish your time at Edgewood, I hope you carry their lessons, guidance, and support with you. When I was asked to honor one of these educators that inspired me, one person stood apart from all of the other wonderful teachers I have been blessed to learn from, Mrs. Jackie Kriegbaum. Mrs. Kriegbaum, would you join me on the podium? I had the privilege of being a Kriegbaum kid for 3 years in middle school for my reading and language arts classes, as if those were the only things that she taught us. Yes, I learned to write essays and diagram sentences and memorize vocabulary words and appreciate good literature. But the most important lesson she taught me was the power and the importance of being myself. Mrs. Kriegbaum introduced me to literature that placed value on the individual, and she recognized and embraced the individual in me. Never once did she stifle my uniqueness, no matter how many ocean-themed projects I chose, or random persuasive essays I wrote, like how to make your superintendent call a snow day. Not only did Mrs. Kriegbaum make me feel safe to be myself, she made me feel safe. In the chaos and drama that are the middle school years, I knew that when I walked into her classroom, I had a home and a family of people who valued and cared for me. Thank you for inspiring me and so many others. I would not be the individual I am without you. I am honored to be able to present you with this award. Class of 2019, congratulations. You have done it. Today you begin the rest of your life. So I will ask you the question that everyone wants to know. What's next? What do you do now? If you are anything like me, you probably have some kind of a plan. It could be for the next 5 years, or maybe just for the next 5 hours. It doesn't matter. A plan is a plan. When I was sitting in your seat, I too had a plan, a roughly 7-year plan to go to college and study biology, then move south to live by the ocean and get my master's degree in marine biology. It was a nice, simple, straightforward plan, but my plan did not account for the unplanned, for the spontaneous, for the adventure. Yet adventure was exactly what I was given. In the last 10 years, I have completed my bachelor's and master's degrees and moved south to live close to the ocean, all according to the original plan. But I have also been met with numerous occasions where I've needed to throw the plan out the window and open the door to an adventure, while cautiously assuring myself that it'll be fine. These open doors have allowed me to study marine biology in the Pacific Northwest and in the Bahamas. They have given me excuses to explore Chile, New Zealand, and Scandinavia. They have blessed me with students who share my love of science. They have brought me friends and colleagues from around the country and around the world. They have provided me with natural encounters with seals, orcas, penguins, and polar bears. They have placed my feet on untouched pack ice and my heart forever at sea. My adventure so far has included continuing my education, moving to new states, starting new jobs, and exploring parts of the world. But this might not be what your adventure looks like. Maybe your adventure includes joining the military, starting your own business, moving to a foreign country, going to college, changing career paths, writing a novel, or getting married and having children. It is very likely that your adventure will be different than everyone else's, and that's okay. We all have God-given talents, skills, and desires that impact how we make decisions and how we view opportunities. I encourage you to put in the effort to discover what you are good at and what you aren't good at. What excites you to wake up in the morning and what you could talk about for hours. When you find these things, pursue them, and adventure will sure to find you. Even though our adventures may come in a variety of shapes and sizes, they will probably have a few things in common. In my experience, adventures often arise spontaneously, bring some sort of a struggle, but ultimately leave you with a pretty epic story. My personality might be a little different than yours. I'm not naturally a risk taker, and I really like to stay inside my comfort zone. So my definition of spontaneous refers to something I have not been planning for the last several years. Yet some of my greatest adventures have shown up when I least expected them, before I even knew I wanted them. Unforeseen opportunities might surprise you right in the middle of your plans. When this happens, I encourage you to wisely keep an open mind as you open the doors that life places in your path. You might end up saying yes to opportunities you never knew you wanted. Embrace the unexpected adventure. As you enter into new experiences, know that the going might not always be smooth. The term adventure implies risk and danger. It requires a leap of faith. My first solo international flight took me from Miami, Florida to Santiago, Chile, with the ultimate destination being a research vessel that would take me to Antarctica. And even though I took 4 years of Spanish in high school, I was not ready to navigate this airport. Luckily, a translator escorted me through customs, but left me to find the rest of the way on my own. After about half an hour of trying to find where I was supposed to be, I made a very expensive international phone call home, in tears, panicking that I was going to be abandoned in this airport forever. My parents, like all great parents, assured me that I would be fine and advised me to pray and keep searching. I finally found my gate and continued on to what would be the best adventure. In those moments, a small part of me knew everything would be fine, despite the fear and anxiety. Regardless of your adventure, struggles will arise, but keep searching. Remember how far you have already come. Eventually, you will find the way through, and it will be great. Probably my favorite part of an adventure is this: being able to share my experiences with others, having great stories to tell about how I embraced a new opportunity. Yes, there was spontaneity and fear and anxiety, but there were also new places and new people and excitement and wonder and joy. I have thousands of sweet memories that I get to relive every day and share with anyone who will listen. On that note, I will leave you with one last story. The summer after my junior year of college, I completed a research internship at Western Washington University. During the summers, the Pacific Northwest is one of the best locations to see orcas in the wild as they migrate along the coast. But despite several attempts to see this migration, the weeks were passing by and I still hadn't seen a whale. To remedy this, my fellow interns and I bought last-minute tickets, see, spontaneous, for the bus to Lime Kiln Point, rumored to be one of the best whale-watching locations in the area. No sooner had we stepped off the bus than we began to hear the excitement. The whales were here. Over the next 4 hours, we stood in awe as members of all 3 local orcapods put on a show right in front of us. One of the local whale watchers told us a display like this never happens. So we decided it would be okay to miss the last bus back into town. Surely someone could give us a ride, right? It'll be fine. Insert struggle here. As the sun began to set, we watched car after car leave the park, trying to calculate whether or not we could just walk back to town. Luckily, we found a small bus of tourists that took pity on a few college students who missed their bus because, well, whales. Later that night, we couldn't help but share our story of spontaneity and struggle that resulted in one of the best days ever, because we chose to embrace adventure. Whatever your next plans are, I encourage you to pursue them with everything you have. Wisely make decisions that will allow you to achieve your goals. But in the middle of your plans, keep your eyes open for unexpected opportunities. Be willing to say yes to new experiences, even if they push you a little out of your comfort zone. Who knows? You could end up with some pretty great stories that might even motivate others. Class of 2019, today I encourage you to embrace adventure. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, again for being here today and celebrating with the class of 2019. Now we'd like the class of 2019 to all stand while Miss Libby Wolf and the Coralier Senior Choir leads us in the alma mater. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. After 4 years of high school, we will celebrate with each student as they make their way across the stage to receive their diploma. Parents and guests, each senior will be announced, and you can follow along by reading down each column in the program. At this time, junior marshals, please take your places. Teachers who will be reading names, please join me on stage. Guests, please be aware that everyone here would like to hear their student's name being read, so please be thoughtful when cheering. Everyone will walk across the stage, entering from the right and exiting on the left. But first, I would like to invite Mr. Gary Gabbard and the board president, and Mr. Russ Fussnicker, superintendent of the Edgewood High School, and the Edgewood High School administrators to present the diplomas. Seniors sitting in the first row, please stand.
Christian T. Perzada. Samuel David Skank. Andrew Nicholas Weaver. Hunter Austin Bontrager. Bradley Castile. Logan Joseph Loftus. Brennan Michael McIntosh. Blake Aaron Purdue. Corbin Douglas Shadow Craft. Zoe Lee Howard. Hannah Mercedes Manuel. Ashley Nicole Taylor. Emma Rebecca Allen. Jacqueline Faith Brewer. Ellie Carter. Caitlin Olivia Claxton. Elizabeth Rose Coldiron. Natalie Christine Watson. Rebecca Lynn Vogel. Cassidy Michelle Crouch. Kaya Helene Davis. Heidi Nicole Edens. Abigail Lee Phelps. Alexandria Ray Phelps. Kirsten Elise Kuhn. Olivia M. Page. Samantha Darlene Turner. Gabriel Taylor Allen. Gabriel Alexander Arrowwood. Mason Riley Batchelor.
Brett Matthew Quinton Baker. William Cody Baker. Ethan Becker Mullins. William M. Barger. Robert Anthony Began. David Brock Belts. Austin W. Bishop.
Austin David Sam Bowling. Braden Noel Brashear. Evan Michael Brown. Joseph Michael Brown III. Dylan Wayne Bunch. Thomas Charles Burnett. Colin Ray Campbell. Bailey May Walker. Haley Juanita Webb. Kira Lynn Wells. Chloe Lynn Abrams. Alexis Lynn Adkins. Caitlin Grace Adkins. Caitlin Dawn Ainsworth. Rachel Marie Apple. Audrey Tess Hannah Baker. Sierra M. Barker. Ashley Nicole Barnes. Leanne K. Botsy. Olivia Ann Beatonduvel. Elizabeth Marie Bowen.
Allison Nicole Bowling. Kayla Lynn Bowling. Mackenzie Jade Bowling. Zachary A. Cantor. Noah J. Couch. Evan Adam Cunningham. Chance Robert Downey. Brandon Walker Dugas. Jordan Lewis Diehouse Applegate. Brandon Scott Crockett. Skylar Kenneth Storm Engel. Justin Wayne Scott Ferris. Tyler Wesley Fields. Matthew Blaine Fryman. Noah Patrick Gabbert. Isaiah John Thomas Gambrell. Zachary Eri Garriston. Ethan Edward Tristan Gaunt. Luke Jefferson Adam Gaunt. Paige Marie Bowling. Madison Lynn Bruner. Faith Ann Burton. Abigail Jean Berwick. Shelby Lynn Berwick. Hannah Sophia Marie Campbell. Mariah Ray Lynn Caudell. Kyra Renee Chasteen. Kelsey Ann Chasteen.
Ariana Rose Marie Clifford. Michaela Marie Cook. Emily Elizabeth Faye Crow. Caitlin Danielle Cup. Casey Michaela Davis. Elena Ray Ewan.
Pincus.
Eva Satori Finkus. Jacob Levi Gibson. Devin Chester Glasgow. Zachary Michael Hamilton. Reese Elon Haney. Julius Grant Hayden. Justin Robert Hildebrand. Alan Michael Heemsbergen. Peyton Daniel Hopkins. Hunter Matthew Gilbert. Owen Bailey Howard. Colby Douglas Mitchell Idle. Cody Michael Carich.
Layama.
Max Douglas Kenner. Benjamin Layamo. Charlie Reese Lane. Nolan Raymond Lynch. Zoe Lynn Fassett. Haley Alexis Frazier. Abigail Nicole Frazier. Gracie Joanne Gentry.
Shelby Lynn George. Leilani B. Gibson. Caitlin Marie Goodwin. Samantha Lynn Graft. Kenya Garcia Montoya. Kayla Grace Guffey. Elizabeth Paige Haddix. Heather Dawn Hall. Shelby Lynn Halsey. Haley Ashton Havland. Cecilia Renee Hampton. Emily Kristen Harbaum. Casey Hannah Harlow. Shelby Grace Harmon. Dylan Scott Markham. Cody Ryan Markham. Ian Sidney Martin. Evan William Matala. Bailey Wayne McAfee. Corey Ray McCall. Cody Ryan McCarley. Skylar Sean McConaughey. Andrew F. McDonald. Randall Travis McGee. Kyle Timothy McQueen. Sebastian Michael Mooney. Luke Ryan Moore. Noah David Moore. Caden Scott Nance.
Jordan Dre Neff. Brenton Mark Sean Newton. Victoria Elizabeth Harrison. Cameron J. Hartley. Taylor May Hensley. Mackenzie Rianne Hill. Mackenzie Erin Catherine Hinkle. Sydney Alexandra Herka. Aubrey Danae Homan. Lydia McKay Hoskins. Allison Paige Hubbard. Michelle Ray Grace Hughes. Paula Jean Janudalo. Elena Jasmine Johnson. Ashley Nicole Kiphart. Juliana Maria Kurtz. Shelby Lynn Likens. Brianna Stevie Mabry. Nathan Cole Noble. Jacob Thomas Oney. Dalton James Owens. Court Gregory Persinger. Trent George Persinger. Caleb Wayne Phillips. Wade Michael Phillips. Christian Cole Meyer. Jordan Michael Pitts.
Tanner James Policini. Grant David Rollins. Parker C. Rice. Andrew Paul Richards. Ian Jeremy Rivera. Dylan Robertson. Keegan Lee Robinson. Lyric Rain Rowe. McKenna Layton Marinich. Harley Paige Marshall. McKenna Grace Martin. Michaela Nicole Maynard. Abigail Faith McCoy. Allie McCready. Gracie Marie McNabb. Elena Maria McQueen. Haley Lynn Mearns. Liliana Beatriz Melchor Vences. Madison Michelle Miller. Amber Michelle Moore. Madeline Grace Moore. Rebecca Ann Moore. Chelsea Elizabeth Mullins. Lillian Lee Murray. Jeremy K. Rose. Timothy Wade Ross. Michael Cade Schramm. Hayden Wayne Simmons.
Trace Arden Smith. Jacob Connor Sousa. Ethan T. Stauble. Aronson Ray Sturgill. Brooks T. Theobald. Bryant Michael Cole Tuttle. Nate J. Barley. Chase Anthony Warren. Noah McKinley Warren. Cameron Michael Westerfield. Alec Wilkes. Elijah Trey Williams. Isaac Williams. Taylor Marie Neal. Shelby Lynn Andersma. Michaela Past. Isabella Cecile Parton. Grayson Elaine Pass. Amanda Ellen Penny. Bailey Adele Phillips. Hannah Noel Phillips. Reagan Alexis Ponder. Liana Min Prichelle. Daisy Elizabeth Ray. Haley Ray Reckart. Cameron Tate Regis. Josie Ann Riegelsberger. Reagan Michelle Robinson.
Taylor Nicole Rogers. Amber N. Salyer. Ethan Gibbs. Noah Witskin. Isaiah Edward Wolf. Parker Alexander Wright. Mason Marion Edward Needham. Deontay Palmer. Abigail Lee Schmidt. Gracie May Shepard. Hannah Marie Singleton. Caroline McCarty Smith. Mackenzie Ray Steele. Sierra Janelle Stevens. Ashley Christine Stidham. Autumn Jade Strong. Lacey Marie Tam. Aaliyah Julin Thompson. Alyssa Maria Till. Alyssa Nicole Van Winkle. Madison Nicole Alexis Volrath. Chase J. Waldroff Augsburger. Katie Marie Watson. Stephanie Winning. Lauren Bailey Williams. Caitlin Lucille Willis. Kimberly Jane Willis. Alyssa Renee Walgast. Brianna Nicole Walgast. Michaela Marie Zink. Caitlin Marie Merritt.
Start here. Seniors sitting in the first row.
Good afternoon. Seniors sitting in the first row, please stand. All of them, I'm sorry. Everybody. Everybody. By the authority vested in me as president of Edgewood City School Board of Education and by the state of Ohio, I now pronounce you graduates of Edgewood High School. To the members of Edgewood Board of Education and the administration of Edgewood City Schools, I now present to you the class of 2019. And now I would like to invite your class president back on the stage for the tassel ceremony.
Even though our time together at Edgewood High School has come to an end, A whole new adventure is beginning, with more memories and accomplishments to be made. Every single one of us have an individual journey ahead, but let's remember those who have loved, supported us, and helped us get to this spot today. When times get hard and stressful, remember to keep pushing forward, putting your best effort into wherever life may take us. Take a moment right now to look around. Everyone, every single person in this room is cheering for us. Let us not forget that we will forever share the memories and forever be united as Edgewood Cougars. Please put your right hand on your tassel. Let's do this together. Now, move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2019. You are now official graduates of Edgewood High School. You may now throw your caps to celebrate.
All right, to the class of 2019, we wish you a lifetime of happiness and success. On behalf of the Edgewood Board of Education, administration, and the staff of Edgewood City Schools, congratulations on your accomplishment. We are so proud of you and honored to celebrate with you today. Our ceremony has now come to a close. Thank you for celebrating this special occasion with our graduates. We will now dismiss our Board of Education members, administration, and our guests. Then our teachers will follow. Graduates, please wait until the junior marshal is dismissed from their row. Congratulations and best of luck in the future, graduates.